Welcome to Elle's Nails, where it doesn't take $1,000,000 for your nails to look like $1,000,000. Today I have some Jason Halloween nails with a hockey mask, Jason hockey mask, on my accent nails and blood splatter on the rest. So for this you need a white, I have my Broadway white, a red, I have my Broadway red. You see, I got them color coordinated with labels on the top now, which is nice. And a black. I got my Sinful Color black, and the sticker has fallen off already. You also will need a dotting tool. I like to use one with a big end and a little end for this, but you can use a toothpick if you don't have a dotting tool. And there it goes. And I also just picked up a bottle of quick dry top coat which will come in handy. I have a nice big bottle I picked up at Sally's because although I love my NYC that I have been using, it is not a top coat, it's a clear coat, and so it's very thin and it tends to chip because of that. So I'm trying this, and it's the best for its price, so I picked that up. Also going to need a straw. I just picked a McDonald's straw because that's what I had, but any straw will do. And I have also, despite what the label says, I have my liquid latex that I'm going to use to make sure that I don't splatter blood everywhere on my nails. It's Halloween season. This is the time that you can find liquid latex at any Halloween store, and all you have to do is put it in an empty nail polish bottle and you have your own liquid latex. Now, as I said in the title of this video, I was going to talk about why the ring finger is the accent nail. And it's basically very simple. It is because the ring finger is the least used finger. In fact, it is actually pretty weak. You have your thumb, which of course you need for gripping, for picking up things. Your pointer finger, which you pretty much use the most, that's why it's so little. And then you have your middle finger, which is your anchor finger. And then your pinky, which is good for gripping when you're holding on to things. But your ring finger is actually not a very important finger. It's actually kind of useless. If you had to lose a finger, it would be your ring finger. And that's why your nails always look the best on your ring finger, is because you don't use it. A Chinese trick that they show is if you put your fingers together with your middle fingers facing down and the rest of them facing up, you'll notice that you can pull apart any of your fingers except for your ring fingers. They will not come apart no matter how hard you try, unless you move more than one finger at a time. And that's because your ring fingers are pretty weak. But they also make very nice accent nails. So they are useful for something. All right, so let's get started now with that Jason nail art design. So I have already painted my nails with my Broadway white. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take and put a little dot of black on my handy dandy silicone mat, and I am going to make my Jason mask. Probably gonna need a bigger dot than that. There we go. Okay, we'll start with the bigger end, and we will put 2 dots a little bit higher than halfway up, but not too far. And those will be the eyes. Got a new angle today. I think you can't see me at this angle. Here we go. Had to bring you up so you could see that nail trick. Nice big eyes, you want big. Okay, now we're going to flip over and get our smaller end, and we're going to put 2 dots at the top on either side of those eyes. And now we're going to do 3 dots underneath. On either side. And then on either side of those 3 dots, we're going to do 2 dots. If you had a bigger finger, you could also put an additional 1 dot on either side of that, but I have a very tight C curve, so my nails are not going to permit that. So the next thing is we're going to get that liquid latex out, and we're going to paint all our nails with the liquid latex. Just want to paint around your nail. And the beauty of this one, though, is that because we're just going to squirt some red blood on our nails, you don't have to be too terribly careful about getting into your cuticles at all, because it'll just show up. You just peel that part off and it'll be fine. Do want to get down kind of low. I didn't on my other hand, and I regretted it because I have some red staining, as you can see, because I didn't get down far enough. So we're just going to keep going with the painting, and you really don't have to paint your accent nail. That is optional if you are worried that you're going to get some blood on it, but I didn't have any problems, even though I did on my other nail, so I'm not going to paint that one today. And this stuff only takes a few minutes to dry, so I'm going to keep painting, and I will be right back with that. Okay, our nails are all dry now. Well, the liquid latex is. And so now it's time to do some blood splatters. So for this, we're going to get a nice big dot of red polish. This is a new bottle. It's actually best if it's watery, so that's good. You can also easily do this whole thing with acrylic paint and then just paint over it. Okay, so I'm going to dip my my straw into the polish. I'm going to go straight down on it. Some people tell you to scoop, but that'll give you big blood splatters. I want little ones. And it takes a little effort, but you want to make sure that it is completely covered in paint. And then we're going to blow from the other end. And you'll just repeat that until you get the blood splatter that you want. There we go. Nice and bloody. I just got some blood on the camera. And And the only problem with this is that you'll have to add more polish quickly. Okay, so that is really all there is to doing the blood splatter. When you're done with that, you want to let it dry several minutes before you put on your top coat, or else it'll smear. But you want to make sure your top coat is nice and thick so it won't smear too much. And that is all there is to making Jason nails. So that's it for this time, and we'll see you next time.